What is it that you did as you were growing organically that has made YC work so well? Someone recently told me there are now 2,500 accelerators around the world.
Oh, God.
However, every billion-plus-dollar company so far ever to come out of an accelerator, I think there's 11, have been part of YC. So that's a great credit to you and Paul. But what did you do in the early days that set up YC to do this?
Well, there were a couple things. And, sometimes I would be nervous about sharing some of our secret weapons. But I'm going to share one because it would be great if people copied this, but they won't. One of the most important things is that Y Combinator always started to be founder friendly. We were not doing this to make money. We were doing this to see if we could encourage more startups to get started because we felt that would be good for the world. Like more people starting startups, more innovation, that's good for the world. And so we didn't do it thinking we could make money, and we weren't trying to squeeze out the best deals in every situation. We were always driven by what's best for the founders, what's best for the startups. Our terms in our investment paperwork are very founder friendly. And I think that's attracted good founders who want to be treated fairly and not be taken advantage of.
It's interesting. You see that among many of YC's most successful founders. They want to make a lot of money, but that is far from the primary motivation.
Yes. You cannot be the most successful startup founder if you're driven by money. You have to be driven by a greater purpose.
So YC's version of this was just like, it'd be good for the world to treat founders better and have a lot more startups.
Yes. Now, we hoped we made some money because we couldn't keep self-funding for the rest of our lives. We couldn't be self-sustaining if we didn't make some money. And by the way, for many years, we didn't make money. It takes a
I remember
long
that. People forget
time.
that now.
People forget how long it takes to make money as an investor. So we were always driven by this benevolence. And I think it's still part of our DNA. I truly believe that. I think we gave great advice.
Surprisingly hard to get from investors.
Yes. There are some great investors out there that do give great advice, but for the most part, getting really good advice is hard. I think Paul Graham's exceptional at giving startup advice and helping people with their ideas. And quite honestly, telling people hey, you're doing this, you're doing it wrong, don't do it that way, in a way that's very straightforward. And founders can respond to that pretty quickly. What else? What are the important things about us? I mean, we've always attracted, from the very first batch that you were in, I believe we attracted, talented founders, and they've gone on to be role models and attract other people that are talented, kind, intelligent founders. And so I think it's just sort of grown organically and spread, and we've kept a pretty great community of founders over the years.